All right, Spark the Genius here. I don't want to do my extended intro because this tripod that I found somewhere keeps dropping. So we're going to hope it doesn't move here. But I'm here with Shilpa Mankikar.
That's right.
And you are, what are you, a director from New York? What's going on?
Yeah, I'm a writer, director, producer. I'm from New York. I'm Indian American, South Asian, and I've been in the business for over 20 years.
Wow.
And I love Canada.
And I just think, did I forget to press do not disturb on my phone? I better not get a phone call here. So you love Canada.
Yes.
And have you, obviously you've been here before then, you're here in Toronto for TIFF?
Yeah, I have tons of friends in Toronto from college or just childhood friends, and I was once a bridesmaid in a wedding in Toronto.
Oh, but never a bride.
Yeah.
Isn't that the expression? That's cool.
Not in Toronto, at least.
So what wasn't a South Asian wedding? You didn't like get all
It
painted
was,
up? Oh,
yeah.
it was.
We had all the mehndi and 3 outfit changes a day, the whole deal.
Jeez, it's like a Taylor
the
Swift
dancing,
concert.
yeah,
It's
exactly.
like a Bollywood movie. That's hilarious. And so is she a girl that you went to school with? Or?
Oh, she's a friend, and she's a teacher in Mississauga.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice of you to come all the way up.
And it was pretty cool because it was an Indian Peruvian wedding, and they passed the Native American pipe around also.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This sounds like the most fun wedding ever. Go to a Jewish wedding and it's like, we're all just like,
Hey, you break some glass.
Yeah, exactly. Step on a glass, you cut your foot. Like it's not, and the food, Jewish food is not that good. It's like latkes.
You get to do the chair dance.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, you've been to
the
one.
chicken dance.
Yeah, you know the whole thing. Yeah, and I've never gotten married, so I haven't even done all that stuff. I got to marry a South Asian woman so I can have a fun wedding. Anyway, so what are you doing at TIFF?
You'll have Hindu kids, I guess.
Hindus?
Yes.
Is that a thing? Did we just make that term up, or that's a thing?
I kind of made it up.
I like the Hindus. Oh my God, because there's that whole thing. There was a rap video a few years ago. It was like, I didn't really understand it at the time. It was called like Black and Jewish, but it was making fun of another song that's like Black and Yellow. There's some kind of song, but it was like Black and Jewish, and it was all whatever.
Right.
You know, we eat chicken, but kosher or whatever it was. That stereotypes either way. I don't know who's Black and Jewish. That comedian, that new black woman comedian that's like in the.
Not sure.
Anyways, maybe she is. I don't know.
I had friends growing up who were Black and Jewish.
Really? Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's Drake, sort of, I guess. Yeah. Aubrey Singer. Mm-hmm. There you go. All right, so if there's any women of any ethnicity who would marry me, just let me know, and we'll come up with a funny Jewish thing for it. So what are you pitching at TIFF? Like do you have a movie? Like you're having meetings every time I text you?
Yeah, so I made a family comedy called DIWAL'OWEEN, and we premiered at the Toronto Web Fest a couple of years ago in the family comedy category. And then we ended up winning 13 international awards, so now I'm back in Toronto to do sales for that to different TV channels around the world.
Wow.
And then I'm doing a World War II documentary, so I'm looking for co-producers for that.
That's a very separate thing.
Yeah.
How did you get involved with a World War II doc? Are you Tom Hanks here, like doing World War II documentaries?
Yeah, exactly. From comedy to World War II.
Sure.
Well, the comedy was great because every time I edited, I was laughing. And then the World War II project, so my great uncle got a scholarship from India when it was a colony to go study art in Paris right before the war started, and then he was
Which war, like the World War II?
World War II.
Wow.
And the British Commonwealth used to send, students, like 41 students a year in different fields to Europe, like engineering.
You wonder how that even happened. Like in the internet now, you apply for something. Oh, look, I go.
Yeah.
But back then, how would you even know where to go to get this thing? Wow, that's so cool.
So I was like pitching that story as a feature, and it was kind of going over people's heads in the U.S. And in India, they weren't really doing period movies unless you had a Bollywood actor. And then I was with DIWAL'OWEEN, we were at the Asbury Park, New Jersey Film Festival, and there was a panel with DreamWorks lawyer, and they were working on a series. Of course, World War II is one of their genres, and he had heard of the story of the Indians in World War II, so he suggested either I write a book or I make a documentary about it.
Wow.
And the more research I did over the last 10 years, there were different battles and young soldiers, and there were even children from Poland who were sent to Siberia, and then they went to India when Russia flipped as refugees. So that's become a hot topic in Poland.
Oh, right.
So here I'm looking for Polish producers, UK producers, Commonwealth, Canada producers,
oh my God,
and figuring out how to put everything together into one package.
That's so cool. So it must be so fun. 'Cause whenever I go to film festival, I'm just doing things like this. Like I don't actually have a business or something pitching. Like it must be so fun to be having business meetings and talking to people.
Yeah, it's fun. You get to meet people from all over the world, and you have to kind of tailor what you're saying to what they're interested in.
Right.
And there's so many different cultures, and I think TIFF started as an international film festival in the first place, so
probably.
that's definitely one of the
It's still called
focuses.
Toronto International Film Festival.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
Yeah. It was called Festival of Festivals when they started it in 1976.
Oh, okay.
I think I just read that on the wall in the Founders Lounge.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, wow. So,
and then, there are a lot of receptions for different film councils. So that's another fun part of the experience. And now they have breakfast also.
Oh, man. I keep hearing about breakfast everywhere, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you were at that brunch. I got there late, but that was a good brunch.
Oh, yeah.
The firecracker department.
And everyone had to wear red.
I didn't understand that. It was only afterwards. I was interviewing a woman from there. I'm like, I love this red dress. She's like, well, they told us to wear red. I'm like,
I didn't get the memo.
Yeah.
So,
That's,
anyway.
Yeah, neither did I. That's all right. Everybody's like, who are these weirdos that aren't dressed in red? Now, I got to start my own little, maybe you can help me. I want to start my own kind of firecracker-like thing for creative people, and then we can make our own rules. Wear green to our party.
Totally.
All right. It'll be like a Toronto-New York co-production.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to live in New York. Is it fun?
It's a lot of fun. It's a city that never sleeps.
Yeah. I don't get enough sleep already, so maybe I shouldn't move there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to start. What time do you go to bed usually? I'm just fascinated with this.
I go to bed at like 1:30 in the morning.
And
I'm a night owl.
Do you wake up tired though, or you're like?
I've been really tired all the time. I started taking naps in the pandemic.
That's what they say though. It's like as long as, but I figure like I always every morning I wake up tired. I'm like, okay, I can have a nap at 2:00. I'll have a nap, but then I never take the nap, and then I'm always tired. So just got to be able to schedule it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. During the pandemic, it's like sure, go to sleep.
Right.
Nobody's doing anything.
Exactly.
And it's coming back, they say. So.
I know.
More time for naps. That's cool. And so is this your full-time job, filmmaking kind of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, and you actually make money from that?
Yeah, and I've also done a lot of corporate videos.
Oh, cool.
And commercial clients, music videos, or shooting red carpets, like all types of things like that. Yeah.
So you like direct music videos?
Yeah, I've done rap videos.
Ah, with Drake?
Not yet, but one of the musicians on DIWAL'OWEEN is Manish, and he is from originally Toronto, and he's one of Drake's producers.
You got your in.
Yeah.
And so wait, so Manish is what?
Manish, he grew up.
He's a producer.
He's a producer.
Okay.
He grew up here, and he used to like sneak into hip hop parties with his mixtape back in the day.
Yeah.
And he was a turntablist in high school. He had a crew here, and they won the turntable competitions and stuff like that. And now he just, blew up with Drake. So, and he's worked with Dua Lipa and a lot of people. And there's so much talent in Toronto. And yesterday there was like a hip hop 50 party outside.
What?
So there's so much going on at TIFF all the time. It's really hard to keep track of.
And I know nothing. I keep seeing people posting, I was at the CFC party, I was at the XO party. I'm like, how do you know about any of these parties?
Yeah.
Like, is there a list? How do you know? Is it because you have an industry pass? Like, you get an email? Like, how do you?
I sometimes, like at the breakfast, they announced a evening reception. It's just hearsay sometimes.
That's what my girl said on Instagram today. She's like, it's like kind of hearsay. It's like word of mouth. I'm like, I guess I just need to sit more around people. I mean, that's how I met you. I just saw you at a party that
exactly.
And I only got in that because a publicist walked past me. Why are you sitting on the floor? Come to my party. So I said, you need to sit on the floors more. This is ridiculous. And in fact, that's what happened. After my interview today, I was sitting in the hotel, and Melissa DeMarco walks by. Hey, what are you doing here? And chatted. She's like, here's my number. We'll get together. I'm like, okay. So that's how it's going to happen. Okay. Because this whole music world is something I don't understand. Like I was in Miami for a couple of months this winter, and I made friends Anyways, I made friends with this hotel employee at the Nobu, and he's like, "Oh, see across the road." It's like, do you know Nobu?
Yeah, of course.
Very fancy. He's had a VIP experience there, and so he gave me like a pass to the penthouse and the lounge and the spa. I'm like, this is cool.
Nice, and they have the winter music conference down there too.
Yeah, cool. And so when there was some big electric music festival happening at the time, he's like, "Oh, David Guetta or somebody." I put him in the room, and he's like, across the street there, that's DJ Khaled's house, this massive, across the river. And he says DJ Khaled comes across the river and like pays $14,000 for a room just for the night to have a party or dinner or something.
Okay.
I'm like, what? And I said, what does he do? And he's like a producer. I'm like, what does that mean? He's not playing the instruments. He's not singing. I don't know. I need to become a DJ Khaled or something. I think. All right, we'll talk to him.
There you go.
Is that his little musical sting?
You know, the sound horn.
Like he puts in the
music?
music?
Like on the radio, generally.
Oh, right. Like that
exactly.
kind of thing? Yeah. That's what hello, DJ Khaled, I got to do this. Well, that's cool. Do you play music at all among your talents?
I play the piano.
Of course you do.
And I went to Oberlin College, actually.
Is that a music school?
Yeah,
Is that
it's a music school. I was in the liberal arts, but I kept up taking piano classes.
That's so cool. So if I wrote a song, and I've written little songs over the years with my 4 chords I know on the guitar, and I would say here, do you want to play some piano on it? We could do a little duet. You could
sure.
Mix it up a bit, and then you could shoot the music video.
Yeah.
And I could be like, walking around. I look kind of like Moby.
Broadway. You can start a tea shop like Moby. That's his latest. Well, it's been around for a while, but
yeah, I think somebody told me that because I interviewed him at Sundance, and we look exactly the same. We had the same glasses, the same T-shirt. He actually held the microphone for me for some reason. I don't know why. What were we doing? But yeah, so I felt like we bonded, and yeah, somebody told me he's got some tea shops, got some restaurant. He's all vegan. He's tattooed. Yeah, I asked him about this. Like he's got tattoos saying vegan on his neck and stuff now, and he's like, yeah, people ask me about it, and that way I can get them to become vegan. I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, everyone's vegan nowadays anyway.
And I should be. I keep getting more and more weight, and I'm like, what is going on? Like I'm trying to eat.
I'm on and off vegan. I try to be, I tried
keto and I lost a lot of weight, but I just got off it. It's hard to maintain, especially if you're out eating things.
Yeah.
Like can't maintain it. But all right, well, vegan's tough. That you can't have cheese or milk. Like, what do you eat?
Exactly.
Like lettuce?
You eat a lot of vegetables. All kinds of vegetables.
I don't like vegetables, though. That's the problem. All right. Well, how long are you in town for?
I'm here until Thursday, and I'm still looking for buyers for the comedy and everything.
All right, we got to make this happen.
Yeah, I know.
And there's plenty of vegan restaurants in Toronto. So
yes,
maybe
I went to a great one, Planta, which is pretty close to here.
All right, well maybe I'll go eat with you one of these days.
Yeah.
We can do vegan, and we can film a video like, here we are, vegan foodies. Let's reviewing the food. TikTok will love that.
They had really good mushroom sushi.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
See, that's good. I just feel like, if I'm trying to do keto, I can't have the rice, and I like.
Right, you can have the eggplant or mushroom.
I don't like eggplant. All right, I'll just eat the rice. It's fine. Like at some point, nothing works.
They had watermelon sushi and spinach dumplings, a lot of stuff.
Watermelon sushi, so like watermelon wrapped in rice in a thing, like sort of a sweet sushi. Yeah, but it had
like a sauce.
Oh, a sauce. Okay,
yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good.
Sure, whatever. I've eaten worse. I mean, I just went and got 9 burger patties at A&W a couple nights ago. I'm not keto and wrapped in lettuce, these bacon cheeseburgers, and I'm like, why am I gaining weight? You just had 9 burgers at a meal. Like, this is not, yeah. And then I went home and had cereal.
A&W is very popular here
for
the festival, because
24
it's
hours.
Open late, yeah.
24 hours, and it's sitting right there.
And the hot dog stand.
Hot dog stand has been there for years.
That lady's 24 hours too.
They make money, that hot dog stand. But I'd rather go to A&W and actually, I don't know.
Oh yeah, I went to see the midnight movie Dix the Musical, and then had some bratwurst afterwards.
A nice sausage.
Exactly.
Did you get sauerkraut on it?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, that would be good. See, that's a late
And there was
meal.
a line at 1:30 in the morning.
Oh man, yeah. That's the thing. Sometimes I'm like, do I just start my own hot dog stand? Raise a cash machine? And I haven't been here for a few years, and everything's gone now. There's a shawarma place.
I know, I heard, my friends were telling me this neighborhood used to be really different. And it looks like every building is under construction.
Yeah. I mean, this was the first one, or the next door, the TIFF building was the first one to break the height limits, and then they started tearing down every warehouse, and now everything's a condo. Even in the past 2 years, I'm like, oh, I remember the sales center for that and that one. And I used to go to Za Pizza a block away. Now it's a cannabis store.
And they say all the parking lots are gone. But that's like an international problem, I think.
Yeah, and that's fine. Who needs a parking lot? I don't care about I just don't like it when they tear down these beautiful old warehouses. And and it's like, this is, but yeah.
Yeah, in New York now they're after Chinatown. And they apparently like half of the buildings are empty that they brought up after 9/11. Today's 9/11, by the way.
Oh, right, that's right.
That was kind of sad
Obama
earlier.
just tweeted about it. He's
really?
Yeah, he's like, in honor of, I guess it's 22 years now.
Yeah.
A moment of silence for that. I guess, were you young and did you?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember it?
Well, I grew up, in New York and New Jersey, so we used to go there all the time, like immigrant family, and we always had people visiting, and so we would always go up to the roof. So I have a lot of pictures like that.
Wow.
And then I worked down the block, so I used to commute through there. And then after 9/11 itself, a lot of family and friends were there, and some people happened to take the day off. And then a lot of my work was about that and our South Asian experience after 9/11.
Wow.
And I interviewed veterans. I made a documentary about veterans, the young veterans from our generation. So I've done a lot of work about 9/11 related.
Man, that's amazing. So you've done your profound stuff. You've done your family comedies.
Yeah.
You're so diverse, like just creative and everything. And so you just went to piano school and then just film school, and you're like, all right, I'm making movies now? All right.
Yeah. Well, so I started out, I worked for Spike Lee and Adrienne Shelley, who's a woman director, and then I was tired of freelancing and constantly looking for work, so I got into distribution, which is more of a 10 to 8 job.
Yeah.
Like you're constantly going to festivals. So it was fun, like being out of college and constantly going to festivals, and like we would have contests, like who could buy the most films and stuff. So I worked for Universal and then Center for Asian American Media. And then I started Third Eye, which was for South Asian film distribution. So that's how I know a lot of the filmmakers who are here through back in the day.
That's so cool. And then they look at you like, you're a power, but like a lot of people like directors and actors, and it's like, they're not going to respect you because you can't help me. You're all competing, but you're like a business person. They all want to kiss your butt. And you're like, oh, hey.
Well, when I was a buyer, people used to follow me into the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
But now I'm on the other side.
Right. See, now they don't care.
I'm trying not to be too desperate.
Right. Now you're following them into the bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh man. Well, that's cool. And I know you said you've got another meeting coming up now.
Yeah. So I'm trying to meet all these co-producers.
Yeah. So exciting.
And then I also, in the American recession, worked in India as an American on a visa. So there was like a whole wave of Americans out there. So that's another experience that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. Was that, where were you born?
I was technically born in Germany, but I grew up in New York and New Jersey.
Okay, so you never lived in India.
Well, now I can say I have, I guess.
Yeah, you did for a bit, but that must have been interesting to see it from like an outsider's perspective.
Yeah, I had to learn Hindi, and then I had to like earn my stripes again on crews and go be a production assistant and like run errands to get the key copied or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And be like, I'm not a diva,
Yeah, you gotta work your way, as Drake would say, started from the bottom or whatever kind of thing. Yeah, I'd love to visit India one day. I see all these movies like Slumdog Millionaire or Lion, I think.
Oh,
like
yeah.
all those, and I'm like,
well,
wow,
this year there are a lot. Like every day there are 3 or 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was thinking of starting to make content about, like, I still have to post it, but years ago some girl was showing me like Bollywood stars on Instagram, and I was like reacting. I still haven't posted it, but I think that would, because there's such a big population there, that would be like, I want to see the goofy Canadian reacting to our stars or whatever. So that'll be our next show.
Yeah.
Actually, well, even I'll tag this, because I interviewed randomly, there was a guy, Vinay Shankar, something like that. I just talked to him right at the TIFF Awards last year, and I was like, can I interview you? And he made a movie called While We Watched about journalism in India or something, and
There's
I posted
so many
it.
I've never seen.
And boom, it blew up to like 8,000 views on YouTube, like right away.
Nice.
So many comments. It's like my biggest thing, even bigger than all the celebrities and stuff. So
right.
Yeah, there's a whole big Indian film fan kind of world there.
Oh yeah,
so I'll bet they're watching this going, that's our girl.
They say like cricket and Bollywood are the religions of India.
Yeah. That's so fun. I wish I loved something that much that I could sit there and be a fan of it and go to pubs and talk to friends. But
you love movies, otherwise
that's true.
you wouldn't be doing all
that
this.
That is true. I love movies. Yeah, that's why I love film festivals. It's like summer camp for me. They just walk up because everybody's creative, everybody's working on something.
Yeah, totally.
I love that kind of thing. Like I wouldn't want to go to a sports conference or even a comic book conference. Like, I don't really care. I used to read Spider-Man, but I don't care that much about debating Lord of the Rings or whatever. But I love being creative and meeting business people and all of that. And so many people I'm meeting here are like you. They're like 10 different things they do or whatever. Like, it's inspiring. Or at least the firecracker department. Yeah. So cool.
Oh, so DIWAL'OWEEN, since you mentioned
Yes. And by the way,
that's coming up because Halloween is in a month and Diwali it changes every year. So this year it's in November, but sometimes they clash on the same night, so that's what the comedy comes from.
Right, yeah, we were talking about this before, like it's like Christmas and Hanukkah, sometimes they're the same, like Christmas or whatever. So that's cool. So you're still, is the movie still current enough that you can still sell it and pitch it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we just did a screening in the summer that was pretty popular and people were laughing at all the jokes.
Oh, wow.
Because a lot of them are just like family humor or a guy in an awkward situation or something like that.
Yeah, it's universal.
Yeah.
That's my life, actually. And then, does it have sequel potential? Because I know it's big.
Totally.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding 3 is out on posters now and stuff. Like, is it kind of like that? You can start branching out?
I mean, it was like Meet the Parent. So there's an adult storyline of a couple that's introducing their parents on the night of Diwali, but it clashes with Halloween, so everything goes wrong.
Yeah.
And then there's a children's storyline where all the neighborhood kids get together to find a lost dog, and they get lost themselves in the woods. And then a lot of other stuff happens, so you don't know if they're going to have a good holiday. So
I'll bet they do. That's my prediction, but never mind.
So there are like a lot more holidays that we can do this with.
Oh, right. Yeah. But would it be the same time, like Diwali 2 Christmas or something? I wonder what would you have to call it, kind of thing.
Oh, like Home for the Holidays or something like that.
Yeah. From the makers of Diwali or whatever. Yeah.
Like we had Charlie Brown's Christmas, and then Charlie Brown had Halloween.
Right. That's
Brown.
true. Yeah. You could have anything. You could have the Family Ties Christmas special or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
That's very cool.
The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Okay, you've thought about merchandising and branding and all of this, and then you would use the same like families kind of thing, but what crazy thing?
In the neighborhood.
Yeah, like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon Thanksgiving or whatever.
Exactly.
Oh, I like this. I wonder what your universe would be called. Like, I guess if it's not Diwali, would it be like, do they have a last name like Meet the Fockers or something? Like, is the
no, it's more of the holidays.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's the
the daisiness of it.
Like DAZE?
Yeah.
Okay, a holidays movie.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
exactly.
blah. I like that. All right, we got our brand, we got our t-shirts. And we got our, okay, very exciting.
And we did make merchandise, and we sold a lot of masks. I had some masks with the pumpkin face on it.
That's too cute.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you sell them at screenings or where would you sell them?
On Instagram and then at screenings,
Yeah. Ah, man, where do you print them? You got like print on demand or you just had a bunch and you mail it to them?
There's Redbubble.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay anything up front.
Yeah,
so
print on demand. Yeah, people just order it. It's
exactly.
sent. Take my cut. I'm trying all the sites like TeePublic, Redbubble, Spring, whatever. See
it's
what
pretty
works.
Cool. You can get all these cell phone covers. You can do like any product you want.
That's the thing.
You're creative,
I watched a podcast or like a seminar once with this guy James Altucher, and he was like, "Yeah, these days, come up with your own brand of pajamas, and you can throw a logo on it and print it up, like whatever you want now. So just do it."
Or all these concerts that are selling out all summer.
Yeah.
Make some T-shirts for that.
Yeah. Like you mean somebody else's concert? Like like stand outside a Taylor Swift concert and be like, I made some shirts.
Well, everything's online on Etsy or whatever.
Right, yeah, that's true. You could anything. I'm a Swiftie, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Like even just when Melissa, I met her today, I looked at her Instagram and she's got a hat out there with Melissa DeMarco, and she's written it at Melissa DeMarco. I'm like, right, that's her Instagram. So I was gonna make shirts for Spark the Genius with a little spark.
Oh yeah.
But then I was like, should I just put at Spark the Genius? I'm like, is that too vain? But yeah, that's what I want people to do. Add me to Instagram.
Right.
Like, I don't need to be like Nike. I'm not that big that people know what that means.
Right.
Like I'm selling follow me on this thing. So, so yeah, you could have at Diwali or whatever you've got, or DIWAL'OWEEN or whatever it is.
DIWAL'OWEEN.
Yep.
DIWALOWEEN.
Yeah, it's a lot of letters.
At DIWAL'OWEEN.
Oh, you do have at DIWAL'OWEEN?
Yeah.
So you got the Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's your merch then. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can have a how old DIWAL'OWEEN.
Well, we had, so the poster So I was in casting and development, and I found a kid in Indonesia on Instagram who had the right colors and the right look for a NASA contest. And we never met, and we just went back and forth over email, and I gave him screenshots of what we shot already, and he put it into a graphic design that looked amazing. So that's like and we never met.
That's the thing.
And then we ended up winning a bunch of awards in Indonesia, and he even went to some of his festival screenings, but we still have never met in person.
That's the thing. These days you can totally work with people anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
So you won awards for what? Oh, the film or the logo? What did he make?
Yeah,
he made
won
your logo?
awards for he made the poster and
for the
the
poster.
logo and stuff
And the poster
like that.
won awards.
Yeah, no, the movie won.
The one
awards.
yeah, but he made the poster.
Yeah.
And then he's going to screenings elsewhere in the world
Yeah.
and going, look, I made that poster.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's so cool. I want a poster guy. All right, maybe I'll hire your poster guy.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe I should make a movie first. So many things I need to get on doing. Well, that's cool. And where are you staying? You're staying in a fancy hotel here? You're like New York producer.
No, I'm staying in an Airbnb.
That's all right. At least you found one. It's really hard to find things during TIFF or whatever.
It was kind of last minute.
Yeah. I'm always hopping from couch to couch and going, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But soon I'm gonna I want to live in a hotel. Actually, I just want to live in the penthouse of a hotel, like some Phantom of the Opera kind of thing. So, and then and maybe New York. New York's expensive. I haven't been there for years, but I want to visit there. So we'll have some adventures there. We'll vlog our adventures.
Yeah.
We'll do vegan restaurant tours of Manhattan.
You can go for Comic-Con or something.
Yeah. I want to find a reason to go there. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I went to VidCon for like the last day in LA last year, which is fun. But like I got to plan ahead. I want to go to Gary Vaynerchuk's
Is there like
VidCon.
a BlogCon or something?
BlogCon, I don't know. VidCon, it's more for TikTokers, YouTubers. There's a lot of
cool.
podcast conferences. I'm going to go to PodFest in Orlando in January again. Although it's at the end of Sundance again, like last year. So last year Sundance sort of died off after a few days, so then I flew to Orlando for that. But they just had Podcast Movement.
Sundance is fun, but cold. You have to bring your
it's ridiculous.
extra layers.
Yeah.
Ski layers.
Well, I was so scared. I'm like, oh my God, like what am I going to do? But I wound up getting there. I'm like, oh, it's like Ottawa. Like it's like where I live. Like it's not.
Yeah,
I mean, it's still
guess
cold.
for
It was
you
ridiculous.
guys.
So some of the days my hands hurt, but it was.
You have to wait for buses a lot there and stuff.
It was all buses. It took me a couple of days to go, where is everything? But now I know exactly the layout, like which buses to get on and how far the theaters are. So it figures I'm ready this year. Oh my God, it's going to be good.
So you said YouTubers. So I actually directed Lily Singh, famous Canadian YouTuber, and Aquafina.
What?
Yeah.
Both of them.
And that was when Lily, before she got late night, she was squeaky clean, so we had to strike all of the bad words. So that's how I got the idea for doing a children's movie, DIWAL'OWEEN.
Really?
Yeah, so we took out most of the, adult. There are a couple of jokes that only adults would get, but
yeah. This was you directed them in what?
Aquafina had a show called Talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I saw Lily. She was.
But I would love to direct her show.
Whose show?
Either of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Lily, I saw she was promoting her book, Boss, How to Be a Boss or something.
How to Be a Boss.
So she had a big thing at TIFF Bell Lightbox, and the main theater was sold out. So I got tickets for this separate theater. So we saw her on TV, and then she walked into our theater at the end, like, hello everyone, and signed some books or something. And because I don't know if she's from Brampton or just Toronto in general. And then
somewhere Mississauga, not Mississauga, but
Scarborough.
I don't know.
Might be Brampton.
I don't know
Brampton's it's all Indian, so I just assume, but maybe she might be Scarborough or something.
Okay.
But then what was I going to say? Oh, and Aquafina, she was here for. Is it Crazy Rich Asians, I think?
She's in another movie.
But I interviewed her on the red carpet. Yeah. Oh, she's here? Yeah, I think I saw. Is she here?
Yeah, this morning. It's like a road movie. I heard it's really funny with Sandra Oh and Aquafina.
Right. I just read about that.
Quiz Woman or something on Hulu. Quiz Lady? I don't know.
Maybe something like they invent some kind of. They do some scam on a quiz show or make up a quiz show or something to make money, and they're sisters. And Sandra Oh, is from Ottawa, where I'm from, so she went to the same high school that my sister went to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's from
I didn't realize that.
She's a big thing. Sir Robert Borden High School.
Nice.
And actually, I just saw her on Instagram. She was leaving a comment.
She's amazing.
Oh, there's a quote from her from a past TIFF saying, "If you live in Ottawa, get out. Like, don't. That's not where to be an actor." Yeah, so there's all discussion under it, like, what? And I'm like, yeah, no, I can confirm that it's not the place to be. But yeah, all these big stars. I can't believe you directed them. This is insane. You're a big deal. Well, this should be a regular talk show where we just talk about what you're working on and the celebrities you've worked on, and then maybe we get Awkwafina on as a guest.
Yeah, totally.
All right, we're going to pitch that. We're going to tag her in this Instagram video.
You can go find her at her next screening.
I guess I should. That's right. All right. So let's see if we can go get her and Sandra Oh and all of that. All right, this is very exciting. What are we still doing here? We got to get going. All right, well, thanks for being on my show. Bye.
Thanks for your time.